Hey, what's going on, y'all? We doing meatloaf today. We're gonna use some 70-30 ground beef. That's 70% lean, 30% fat. And we're gonna be using some venison ground, which we're gonna need that extra fat to make that venison sing. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. Let's get it. So we're gonna start off by getting our ground beef into a bowl. Now we're using 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of ground venison. So let's go and get our venison in. And then we're gonna work on our veg. Now, all we're gonna do with our veg is give these carrots a rough chop. And then we're gonna get them into our food processor. Next, we're gonna do the same thing with our onion. Now, this is one whole medium onion. We're just gonna quarter this bad boy and let the food processor do the rest. Now I have a medium-sized food processor, so I don't have to do this in batches. So once we get all our carrot in, which I just used one large carrot and our medium onion, we're gonna get that in and we're gonna process this on up, y'all. So now we're gonna come in with our celery. Just gonna get that a rough chop and get that right into the food processor. Process that up a bit. And then we're gonna do the same thing with our bell pepper. One whole bell pepper, y'all. Just roughly chop it and get into that process. Go ahead and process that on up. And then we can go ahead and add it to our meat. Now to this, we're gonna also add 3 eggs. It's time to don't rain on them. Hit them with a little salt. Love pepper. Of course, a little oregano. And some basil, y'all. Now we're gonna give it a few shots of W sauce. Well, I would say about 2 tablespoons. And then about 2 tablespoons of sweet soy. And we're gonna get our hands in there and give it a good mixy mix. Best tool to use for this is your hands, y'all. There is no better tool. Now after we get everything incorporated really well, we're gonna go ahead and rain on it once again, hitting it with a little salt. A little pepper. And hey y'all, you gotta realize this is a lot of meat, so you need seasoning on here, so you will taste that seasoning. And if you mix your salt and pepper in slowly in intervals, it just works better, y'all. It just works better. We gonna mix that up a bit. And now we're gonna add 2 cups of Italian breadcrumbs. Now you can use actually regular bread, just toast it off. And then we're gonna add in our herb blend. Now our herb blend is nothing but thyme, basil, and oregano. And then we're gonna hit it with a little bit of garlic powder. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that up really well. Like I say, using our hands, getting in there, getting up personal with our meat, y'all. And once we get that mixed up, we're gonna transfer it over to our baking sheet. And now, let's go ahead and form our meatloaf, y'all. Gotta make it look like a meatloaf. Now you can use a pan for this and just put your meat inside of a pan. Now I like to do that when, you know, maybe I put a whole ball egg in the middle, or I'm gonna layer in some bacon. Any of those things, but other than that, I don't use no pan, y'all. I really don't. So once we get everything formed the way we want it, we're gonna get our meat stick in. That's right, that meat stick, y'all. And we gonna get them into the oven. Now, of course, I'm gonna leave a link so you can get your own meat stick if you want one. So once our meat stick has said that it's ready to eat, I already know, and I trust that meat stick to know that it's ready to eat, y'all. Now I was looking for an internal temperature of 170, but you know, everybody's a little different, y'all. So we gonna go and plate up. Look at that glorious meatloaf. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I'm telling you, you want to use more than one meat if you can. You can use ground pork, ground lamb, whatever. But anyway, we're gonna get our gravy on, and hey, I'm ready to eat, y'all. I'm ready to eat. And we had this with some mashed potatoes and some corn. It was so tasty, y'all. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. Love, peace, and keep it grilling. See you.